Osama bin Laden and whether or not you think that he tried his hardest to find or capture UBL?
Allison, he's a spectacular liar in terms of that particular subject. When he was the chief in Saudi Arabia, we asked him repeatedly to acquire from the Saudis information about Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda. Very, very basic things like birth certificates, bank records, medical records. We started to ask for those in February of 1995, and when I resigned in 2004, we still hadn't got them.
And why not, Michael? What was the hesitation on John Brennan's part?
We were annoying the Saudis, Brennan said. The 9/11 Commission has the documents. He said, I'm not going to ask the Saudis for this information because the questions annoy them. And then he convinced the same Saudis who wouldn't give us bin Laden's birth certificate, he convinced Tenet and Sandy Berger that they were going to go and buy Osama bin Laden for us from the Taliban. And, you know, we shouldn't get mired down in this one issue, but Osama bin Laden lived from 1998 until 2011, largely because we refused as a government to try to kill him when we had the opportunity.
So it was your impression that John Brennan was more concerned about somehow angering the Saudis than actually finding Osama bin Laden?
Without a doubt, ma'am. Without a doubt. The operation he's talking about, he's judging it without, judging it not good enough. We took that operation to the Special Forces Command in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. They went over it minutely and said that with the material we had to work with, they could not do a better job than we had done putting that operation together.
So given your experience in the CIA with John Brennan, what do you think of him becoming the head of the CIA?
I think the bigger picture is important, ma'am. He's been a deliberately deceitful in describing to the American people the kind of threat we're facing from the Islamic world. He has said, for example, that the term jihad should never be used for the people we're fighting because jihad is somehow a self-improvement program or a kind of a community Rotary club that tries to improve living conditions in a community. And of course, if you look at the documents of Islam, of the Quran, and of the sayings and the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad, far more than 90% of all references to the jihad are martial, are military in nature. And I really regret that the senators don't seem to be more interested in the defense of America. If you put a map up from 2001, just a simple political map, and one of 2013, and colored in the areas where Islamist power, Al-Qaeda power, the power of its allies has grown, in 2001 it would show Afghanistan.
Yeah.
In 2013 it would show Afghanistan,
right,
a large part of Pakistan, Yemen, wow, Iraq, North Africa, Somalia.
Michael Scheuer, we understand, we hear you. You were the former head of the bin Laden unit. Thank you. More Fox and Friends in 2 minutes.